What is going on, guys? The Difference is All Gaming with my review of Naruto chapter 689. And this chapter, I do have like some mixed feelings about it, but I will not say that the chapter was bad because, to be honest, this chapter it was actually good. If you don't find it good, then you have to admit that it was at least decent. Because to me, this chapter was in no way bad. Even though I'm still not feeling the whole Kakashi thing, that right there will not give me take away, a lot from this chapter. But the chapter itself, it starts off where we have everybody, coming together, and we see now, one of Kakashi's new techniques where he actually transferred the Kamui's power to the shuriken that he made in his Susanoo. And that right there was impressive. Even though I wasn't fond of the way that Kakashi was able to achieve this, I will say that the power that he can do with it, that right there is pretty cool. And so we see now that he throws, these like massive shurikens with the Kamui powers, and we see now that it hits like and it hit these abomination, because that right there pretty much what this is now. This right here is no longer the Jubi, because right now it's just so unstable. I guess you could call it like an abomination. But we see now that these shuriken, they do hit his arms, and we see now that like part of it are teleported away, to the other dimension. And then you see Sakura, right now she got a surprise here, and she like wondering how in the world did Kakashi, get these eyes. And right now we have Naruto kind of like being a fanboy here, and he actually had the nerve to say that like Kakashi's powers were like cooler than they were like even more cooler than like Sasuke's. And that right there I felt like was an insult to like Sasuke, because he like really earned these power of his. And now we see like all of this chakra, it is now rising up from the ground, and we see now that this like abomination, it is actually absorbing it. And we see now that this beast is now transforming once again, and we see now that it becomes this like black ball, and it's definitely growing over time. But we have Kaguya, she is now back in control, and we see now that like the Black Zetsu, he actually let us know what's going on, because right now this truth-seeking ball, it is actually growing so large that it can actually form another dimension. And that right there, I had no idea would be possible. But we see how like massive it is, and you gotta wonder how many people are dying right now, that are like in that tree. Like how many are dying, because this really is requiring so much chakra. I fear that we might lose, some pretty well established characters, and I'm hoping that like that right there won't be the case. But obviously now it's not looking that good, because we see that if it grows too big, they can't deal with it, and Kamui's power is already like it's already at its limit, and Kakashi cannot teleport this. So right now they're like definitely in trouble. But it does look like Kakashi had a plan, because this right here will be their final mission as Team 7, and their plan here, it did seem pretty good. And so now we have Kaguya. She is not ready to attack, and we see now she plans on killing Naruto or Sasuke. She's not sure which one, but we see that these Naruto clones, they're like getting pretty impatient, but it's all because it's a part of Kakashi's plan. We see now that they're all kind of like arguing among themselves, but then we have Naruto and Sasuke, they're now charging in. But we have once again Kaguya bringing out those bone techniques, and we see that she actually turned her attention to Kakashi rather than Naruto and Sasuke. And we see that like one of them actually hit Kakashi, or you would think it did, but he actually used that power, of Obito's, to like teleport his torso to the other dimension, so that way that bone, it would just go through him. And so now we have Kakashi bringing back his lightning blade, but this time he combined it with the power of Kamui. So I'm not sure if that portion of Kaguya that he took out, I'm not sure if that right there was actually taken to the next dimension or what, because it does say Kamui Raikiri. So I'm not sure if he called it Kamui right there, if it because he get that power, to send his torso there or what, I'm not really sure. But now we see Kaguya, she's like actually hurt, and we see now that the Black Zetsu, he is now worried about her. But we see Naruto and Sasuke, they're now coming in, and we see that even though Kaguya did regrow her arm, we see now that the one that like Black Zetsu is a part of, it can still be used, because we saw like this little portal opening. And so we see now that like one of them actually hit Naruto, but that right there was actually actually a clone, and the Sasuke that we saw, that right there was the real Naruto. And we see Kaguya now. She realized what's going on here, and so now we see that when the other one was going to hit, we have Kakashi coming in with the save because he used Kamui to like close off that little portal right there that was actually going to shoot out that bone. And now we have Sasuke, I'm guessing, like building up chakra all this time. He actually teleported to where they were, and so now we see that they were going, to touch her, and Kaguya actually thought about going back to the ice dimension, but we all know that like Sasuke here had the Mataratsu, so that right there wouldn't work at all. And so now we see that like she had used her body to prepare herself upward, to dodge them, but we have Sakura being useful once again because Sakura is proving herself over time now. But even though it's like slowly happening, Sakura is definitely becoming useful now. We see her actually punching Kaguya, and I was definitely surprised that she actually touched her, but she did. She had punched her, which like knocked her down. And then we have Kakashi, he's still falling, but he had a smile on his face, and he says, that right there is picture perfect right now, the way all of you are together. And then out of nowhere, he says, "I love you," and that right there, I definitely feel like it's a mistake on the translator, because I'm pretty sure Kakashi wouldn't say that. Like I feel like he would say more that is proud of them than like saying "I love you," because that right there came off a bit weird to me. I don't know why, it's just so freaking weird. But thanks to Sakura, punching down Kaguya, we see now that like Naruto and Sasuke are finally able to touch her, and that right there is pretty much like sealed her fate right there, because now Kaguya is probably going to finally be sealed, and that right there was the end of the chapter. So like I said, the chapter itself was definitely good, and I did enjoy it. So for that, I'm going to give it probably a 7.5 out of 10. But of course, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. And as always, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because it really helps me out. And you guys take it easy, and I will see you all next time.